what's up? Hello, my name is Emma and today I am doing an unboxing! Today I'm doing my monthly FAIRYLOOT unboxing for their November Ladies That Slay box, and I'm really excited for this one because you know I love me a strong female heroine. If you've never heard of FAIRYLOOT and would like some amazing YA goodies and books delivered to your front door every month, you can use my code EMMA for 5% off a 3 or 6 month subscription, which I would highly recommend because I love FAIRYLOOT so much. I am so ready for this box. So this is their Ladies That Slay spoiler card. So the first item in FAIRYLOOT's November unboxing is this candle from Flick the Wick. Ooh, this one's exciting. The name of this candle is Hermione Brightest Witch. Oh my goodness, it smells like so sweet and wonderful. The scents are vanilla, lily, musk, raspberry, citrus, which is just like a whole bunch of stuff I love. If you can see it, there's also this really lovely little illustration of Hermione on the cap, and I absolutely love this candle. It smells so good, and it's definitely a scent I could see Hermione Granger enjoying studying too. So the next item is this jingly little canister that is tea from Bookish Teas, and it is called Blue's Brew, inspired by Blue Sargent from the Raven Cycle series. I'm always so nervous when it comes to loose tea leaves because I'm always afraid I'm gonna knock it everywhere. Oh my goodness, that smells unlike any tea I have ever had before. It is a fruit tea with blackberry and currants, and like, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the size of the tea leaves are like so huge, which is something I'm not used to, but makes it smell really interesting. It smells very, very fruity, and I'm not normally a fruity tea person. I like my English or Irish breakfast tea, but I have to say, as fruity teas go, I feel like this one is really perfect for me because I do like the berry-ish ones. I'm very excited to try this one out. Next item is this sticker designed exclusively for FAIRYLOOT by Reverie Ink, and it is inspired by An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. It says, "So long as you fight the darkness, you stand in the light." And I have to say, I really like the coloration on this. Like, it really fits the theme of Ladies That Slay because it's super feminine, but it's also a very kick-ass quote. So the next item is a book sleeve that was designed for FAIRYLOOT by Unjulie Art, and I have to say I am super obsessed with this item. So this is the book sleeve. It has all of these really awesome colorful swords and cards and flowers on it, and I love this so much. Look at that color scheme, but I think the artwork on this is so pretty. I love the pattern. The color palette is just beautiful. It works together so well, and also it's really squishy and like padded. I feel like my books will be taken really well care of in this book sleeve from Unjulie Art. I think this is so far my favorite item in the unboxing just because it's so nice quality and beautiful, and I love it. I love book sleeves. I just started using them recently and they have changed my life forever. So the next item in FAIRYLOOT's November box is one that I have never seen in another subscription box, and I think it is a great idea, and that is an advanced reader copy. I think it's really cool because ARCs are pretty much reserved for people in the publishing world. It's for the publishers and the agents and the other authors and the bookish companies like FAIRYLOOT or reviewers like myself, and the public doesn't ever really get access to them. So the fact that FAIRYLOOT included one is super innovative, and I think just a really amazing idea. So the art that they included is Fury Born by Claire Legrand. So this is not the final cover of Fury Born. This book does not come out until May 2018, so you have a very long time to wait for it, but already I can tell I like the theme of this book with like the gold glitter on top. So basically this book is about a girl named Raelle who is the best friend of the Crown Prince, and when there's an attempt made on his life, Raelle accidentally exposes the fact that she can perform all 7 types of elemental magic, which in this kingdom does not happen unless you are like a prophesized queen. So now Raelle and everyone else thinks that she's the Sun Queen. So Raelle is forced to go through different trials to prove that she is the Sun Queen, and if she is not killed by the trials first, if she does not complete them, she's executed by the kingdom. So there's obviously a lot at stake here. So with Raelle's story, we move 1,000 years into the future to a girl named Eliana who does not believe in fairy tales like the myth of Queen Raelle. She's a bounty hunter. She believes that her status has left her protected in this kingdom, but unfortunately her mother disappears without a trace, so she has to team up with the captain of this rebellion in order to help discover the secrets of this kingdom and her mother. So the fact that this story takes place over like 1,000 years is so interesting to me because you know that the stories of Raelle and Eliana are going to intersect at some point, and it sounds like a really interesting fantasy novel, so thank you so much to FAIRYLOOT for including it in this month's box. The next book related item is a iron-on patch designed by Literary Emporium that is inspired by Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. So of course we have the iconic quote, "Fire is catching, and if we burn, you burn with us." And it's just this really awesome iron-on edgy patch that you can add to like almost any article of clothing. I'm not a big patch person. I have a few friends from high school that like have all of these really amazing denim jackets with patches on them, and I've always wanted one, but I've never known where to start. So I feel like this is a great item for me if I want to get started on that. But of course, as this is the Ladies That Slay box, how could we leave out Katniss Everdeen, who is just like one of the most prominent heroines in YA. So I think this is a really awesome item to include. So we've come to the final part of the FAIRYLOOT November unboxing, which is their book of the month. Now I have no idea any book releases for November or December for that matter, so I have no idea what this book could be, but I'm really excited to find out. But it is The Last Namsara by Kristen Ciccarelli. I have never heard of this book, like I said, but the cover is really interesting. It is about dragons. I am already pumped. Okay, so she's a dragon slayer. Not sure how much I can like her because I kind of love dragons. Okay, so our main character's name is Asha, and she is a dragon slayer. The reason she kills the dragons, which I'm assuming are like bad entities in this world and not like the super cool ones we all want to love, is because she had committed a large crime when she was a child and she was trying to repay for that deed. So in addition to everyone in the kingdom thinking that Asha is pure evil, although she is killing all of these dragons for them, she's being forced to marry the head of, I guess, like the military in this world to unite the kingdom. So this girl, she's having some issues. As Asha's time with freedom is running out, the king offers her a deal where if she brings him the head of the most powerful wicked dragon in the kingdom, she will have her freedom and she will not have to marry this person. But the only thing standing in the way is a slave boy. So I'm feeling some like tension-y fantasy romance and I'm really here for it. I honestly have never heard of this book before. Like I haven't heard any hype for it whatsoever, but it sounds really interesting to me. Like this is absolutely a high fantasy novel I think I could really enjoy. Really, like there are some times where I look at fantasy books and I'm like, yeah, that sounds cool, but this one does sound like really epic. So I'm very interested to see what I think of it. Thank you so much to FAIRYLOOT for sending it to me. As always, we have a signed book plate and a bookmark inspired by the Ladies That Slay spoiler card. And of course, we get to FAIRYLOOT's Fairy Scoop for the month of November. So as always, there's an interview with the author. They have some book recommendations based on The Last Namsara. And we get to the final theme for 2017 for FAIRYLOOT. Their December theme is Oh So Regal. So there are items inspired by Disney, Shakespeare, and Red Queen, so we're obviously going for like some royalty vibes here. The book we're featuring won't be out until January in the UK, but late December in the United States, so that's like a very specific type of book that we could have here. I think we've limited our pool, guys. The book of the month has magic, royals, mythology, and is set in a world where time is used as a currency. I feel like I have heard of this book. I do not know the name of it, but I'm pretty sure I have heard of the book. And they will be including a full-sized Disney Funko Pop, which is always exciting. So I am for sure looking forward to FAIRYLOOT's December box, but thank you so much to FAIRYLOOT again for sending me your November box. I am all about the Ladies That Slay. I think my favorite items of the month have to be the book sleeve, obviously. It's gorgeous, it's practical, it's wonderful. I also really like the Hermione Granger Brightest Witch candle. That's definitely one I can see myself using more in the future. And I am surprisingly really interested in this book. Definitely let me know in the comments below what is your favorite item from FAIRYLOOT's November box and what book is it that I'm thinking of, because I know some of you know what book I'm thinking of for the December theme. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you soon for a new one. Bye!